Hey Rad World, welcome back to this week's episode of Spoiling Dead. I'm Tony Walters. You gotta click on the thing.
What thing?
The next scene. I'm Tony Walters.
I'm Rebekah Erb.
I'm Dan Murphy.
And yeah, so Walking Dead happened last night.
Whoop whoop.
Go
Which I liked it. Of course, you know, Tony will say otherwise.
I liked it. It was just the weakest episode that we've had this far.
But it was nice because so far this is the most that we've jumped around to characters and locations, and I know that was an issue for you last episode. You're like, are we just going to be in one spot each episode?
I know. I said that last week, but this week I felt like we could have just had a whole episode right at the hilltop, and I'd have been okay with that because the jumping around in this episode, I felt like the hilltop was. I feel like we just don't know it very well. Like they've only really been there once before,
isn't it? So far, places.
Like when stuff hits the fan in this episode with like the walkers and stuff, I thought, wait, how many people are actually there? Because there's only like 4 people that care that this is happening.
Yeah. There's really not that many at all.
Well, then why are they even like? You know, then why does Negan care? Like, why? Yeah,
there's got to be more people there too.
There's something more.
He lives in a big mansion type.
That's what I'm thinking. There's got to be more people.
They're just not showing it.
Yeah, they're just not showing it.
Probably because too many people complain about the fact that we hang on one place for.
Yeah. But this episode was like another palate cleanser in a sense, I guess. You know, we had some closure seeing Maggie for the first time finally.
Yeah.
And you know, let's talk about what's important. Baby Ree is okay.
I think the baby's still gonna get lost. I think that she needs to just get a schmortion and just call it a day because.
No, because that's all she has.
How do you get something like that done out there in the wilderness like that?
She keeps doing the stuff she's doing. She's gonna lose the baby.
Yeah.
Well, there's what I thought was interesting though was the ruptio placenta, which was her condition. And it was loose and tied because when she was with the redhead, you know, after they killed the outpost, like the outpost assassination, basically, and she had that fight with that brunette chick, and she sliced her stomach, and they both are like, you know I'm pregnant, I know I'm pregnant, like, holy crap, why did you just do that? Well, this was the cause, or the effect of it, or whatever.
I don't remember any of that.
Do you remember?
I do remember that, yeah.
Where they're with the redhead and Carol and Maggie are in that compound because they just captured them.
Oh, they thought they got away with
yeah.
it, but they really didn't get away with anything.
Right.
So it's kind of cool to have a little loose and tied and figured out.
Okay.
But I didn't expect to tear up as much as I did on this episode. You guys are guys, so I'm sure you probably didn't experience that at all.
No.
You know, like Maggie's at the grave and she touches her stomach.
And she lays a really nice watch on there, so there's no way to take.
I was irritated with that. Like, that was her dad's. He gave it to Glenn. Like, why would she not keep that? But, and then cigar in Abraham's pocket.
Right, well, and I found that was funny, and I liked the little nod at the end of the episode with her.
Smoking it.
She was smoking it. It was kind of like her little moment to herself with him.
I agree. Leaving the watch there first was a bit strange.
Yeah.
I mean, they already took care of that later. Like,
well, yeah. Then she gave it to Enid, and then I thought, when did you guys?
He could steal it. It's the only reason I think in the story that she left it there.
You think so?
Yeah.
Just to set Gregory
I think it was
up?
just part of the writing.
Yeah, it was just in the writing. There was no.
And there was no more to it than that. It was a bit of a mistake, I think. I don't know. It
guess
didn't
I
feel
can
right.
that.
I don't think she'd leave the only thing.
Well, she said later that she didn't need material items to remember him by.
Just like the picture.
After Jesus was like, it's all up here, isn't
it? Well, just like the picture, because she burned the picture of herself and Glenn, so it was like a thing that she's had going on for a while. Yeah. So what are your guys' thoughts for the show deciding to keep the baby? I know you think that they're gonna.
Well, I don't think they're going to. I think I would like it. I would like it if she let me, not because I'm a cynic or anything, but just because for storytelling. I know she's already lost everything.
There's already a baby.
But there's already a baby on the show. I don't think that we need another baby. I would hate for her character to lose absolutely everything because she's lost already her dad and her sister, and now Glenn.
What are they gonna do with the baby though?
But what are you gonna do with the baby? She's also
done it.
She's also becoming this really strong character that's gonna like help to take out Negan. I feel like, and also I thought she was way farther along in her pregnancy and then once the episode started, I was like, wait. Man, she's really not that far along,
is she? No, she's not, because I was thinking about it, because the doctor, Dr. Carson, had mentioned because of the bruising on her abdomen. And I'm like, 2 to 4 weeks is what it takes to, like, a severe bruise to heal. So really, since the Outpost thing, it's only been, like, 4 weeks at the very most. So, you know, there really hasn't been that much time.
Yeah.
Which it seems like it's been more since that
because we had to
episode.
wait like a whole year, but...
Right, of course.
Who knows, maybe she's... God, we mentioned Terminator last time. Maybe she's like Sarah Connor and the baby is going to be like John Connor. He's going to be the savior.
Yeah. I think Negan's the savior.
He thinks he's the savior.
Yeah. So we've been talking a little bit about Enid, and, you know, obviously... I mean, not obviously. She's not in the comics, right? Enid is not.
I'm not sure if she is or not.
I tried to look it up, and I couldn't find anything supporting the fact that she was either in the comic or not in the comic.
Probably not. They just had to bring in a better actress or a better child actor to help out.
Shut up! You're so mean.
You don't like her either?
No, I like her. No, I like her. I think that she does a lot. She does a lot. Like, she's really good. She's a really good actress. I like her a lot. I feel like her motivations for her character in this episode were a little weak, but I felt like she overshadowed Carl as far as, like, acting abilities. I feel like she's a far superior actor than what he is. He just does the same thing in every episode, like the way that he talks and
that bad.
The way he delivers a line. He has, like, no emotion to his face. He's got, like, 2 facial expressions that he uses the whole time.
He's a young actor.
You can't see his
eyes. You can only see half his face now.
Because you're so mean. He's a young actor. There's
he
still
is. It's not the studio's
to come.
fault that they hired. The kid didn't turn out to be a good actor. I mean, when he was that little, you're like, okay, it's okay if he's not a good actor. He's a little kid.
Right.
But he's a teenager. And now he's just not getting stuff together.
I don't think he's that bad either. But back to Enid, do you guys think that she is kind of assuming Sophia's spot? Because I know in the comics, Sophia is still alive, and Maggie and Glenn adopt her. So it kind of seems like, totally. Enid is being adopted.
Okay. I can definitely see that.
By Maggie, which they totally have a connection.
Well, I just feel like they have a connection. Motivation. I just think it's the motivation's in the writing. I think that the motivation is just a little weak for the actions that she took in the episode. I understand that they probably want to get there with her character, but I felt like it was just a little forced and rushed.
How close are these 2 places?
Right.
Because to me it felt like we're just going to pop on the bus.
Well, there was an overnight that you didn't get to see with them because as long as what they were cutting back to and from was the same time, which you assume it is, they were, Maggie and Sasha, right, had to stay the night there, and that's when they took off. So there was at least an overnight of walking.
Mm-hmm. So, with Carl's and Enid's conversation, what did you guys think of that? When she was about to go over the wall, and he's like, I'm not going to save you anymore. And she was like, well, I'm sorry you had to see that. And he's like, I'm not. That, I was like, whoa, like, I don't know. I didn't really like his mental state on the situation. What did you guys think of that?
About seeing about
Glenn
witnessing
and
Glenn
Abraham,
and Yeah, I think that he thinks it's making him stronger, and that's why he felt like he needed to watch it, was because he feels like it made him stronger, where I don't think that it made him stronger. I think that he thinks it made him stronger, but
in the end, it's breaking him down.
Yeah, I think that he's being broken down and doesn't realize it, and that he's not allowing himself. He's a teenager.
He's a teenager.
He's a teenager. He's got all this pent up anger and frustration, and
which is really, really nice to see him being able to experience teenager things, they're skating.
Yeah, but the skating thing annoyed me. Like, the act of them skating is like a really nice scene, but then again, it's also I have a lot of issues with just the writing, because that scene of them skating in a zombie apocalypse is great. Like, it's a really beautiful.
A bit rushed to me,
but they just find not only one pair of skates in a backpack, but two pairs of skates that fit them just fine.
Well, there's probably you don't see zombies skating around, so they're not using them. So I mean, there would be skates laying around.
I know, but it was just like a backpack with 2 pairs of skates. Like, I could see one.
It's cool.
Well, maybe there was more, but all they needed was 2 pairs.
That'd be a big backpack too, wouldn't it, to fit 4 skates?
Right, it's 4 skates.
That is true. I thought it was random. It was sweet, but if I'm going to be critical, if I'm going to try and think like Tony or Dan, I'm sure.
You don't want to know what I think. That should have been in that backpack, and it wouldn't be skates. It'd be something else.
What is that? Something else?
I can't say.
more on Carl, because there's something that came up on the internet from his dad. Did you guys see that at all? His dad had posted, like, the actual dad, like, actor's dad, posted something on Twitter saying, like, the past 7 years has been great, you know, thank you for all of our memories, blah, 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 and then it got deleted. So do you think,
Carl's
because of
gonna die?
that, they're going to because he just got accepted to college.
They also
I read more into
have
it.
a band, don't they? Carl and his dad are in a band. They
Oh,
have a
really?
family
I didn't
band,
know
yeah.
that.
Maybe it's something to do with that. I
So-
don't know. I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool if they kill off Carl.
I tried to avoid the spoilers.
You're so mean. Well, because there's no...
I feel like they've left him alive for some. There's got to be a reason
Well,
for
see,
it.
well, in
And
the
he's
comics,
still alive in the
well, see, in the
comics.
comics, I think that eventually in the comics, Rick will die and they'll pass the torch to Carl and
right,
he'll
that's
take
how
on the
it's
comics.
looking like
Which I
after
think
this
would be
episode.
cool.
Totally.
Which I think would be great in the show too, but maybe they're just gonna recast him. But I think it would be a bad decision to recast him. I think it'd be an easier decision just to kill him off.
They're not going to recast anyone
Yeah,
in the
that
show,
would
especially
be-
not a lead
Right.
Yeah.
part like him. If they're going to do anything, they'll just kill him. Yeah.
Right. And since his daughter is alive in the show, maybe they'll kill off Carl and like just kind of
Maybe that's
just to
what-
trade up because they do that
Maybe
sometimes.
that's
where
why
they,
Enid's there. Maybe she's there to take over for Kyle.
yeah. And who knows?
Carl.
I know what happens to Carl when he gets to Negan's place, like in the comics, and like I know what kind of takes place there, and I'm really curious to see how that plays out in the show.
I think Negan's going to have Carl because he's just going off on his own like an idiot.
Right, but it just all plays out in a way that is completely. I don't know. I don't want to spoil things for other people, but it just plays out. I think than what you
Make
might.
Daryl kill him.
Well, they took like a little whatever poll on what will happen to Carl.
Uh-huh.
Kill Negan, chicken out, be killed. And 65% said chicken out.
Yeah, I don't think any of those options are like what's going to happen. I
Yeah.
don't think he's necessarily going to chicken out. I think he's just going to get caught, captured, and then just manipulated, just like what's going on with Daryl.
And that makes sense. And I think with the whole dart thing, how he's missing like every single dart and it plays with his little eye problem, I think that could be part of like him ruining the chance to kill Negan, that he has like the shot, but since depth perception or
Depth
whatever
perception.
is
Yeah.
off, that then he's going to completely
that's-
miss him.
And that's
get
also
caught.
my issue with. I mean, maybe he's just dumb teenager, but it's also just character motivations. Again, like is the fact that he is not equipped to even
Yeah.
take on Negan, and he's just angry kid gonna go out and do it. But they even say in the episode like he's just doing it for himself. He's not even doing it for anybody else other than himself. So why do it other than the writers just want to try and figure out a way to get him to Negan's place so they can play out these scenes that happen in the comic book?
Right. I
And-
mean, it is just getting him there.
Right.
For whatever else is coming.
And I don't know exactly how it played out in the comic as far as how he got there. But in comic books, there's like your brain fills in the gaps between
Yeah,
the
it
panels,
skips a
so they
lot
don't
of
have
stuff.
to
Right.
have to bring in all the details.
Right.
But the show kind of has to
Right.
try and create those details.
I really liked the ending though when Jesus hopped in the truck and Carl's like, "Hey," and he just has that look like you said, like that, you little snake, like.
I absolutely just love Jesus' character.
Yeah,
I have
me too.
a real fondness for the characters they bring on the show that are very much like comic book characters, and Jesus is definitely one of them. Like the dude's a ninja.
Yeah, he
and
is.
Like
and he
just,
calls
like,
himself Jesus.
I just love like when the walkers bust in, or then the car busts into that scene, and they just yell over it to Jesus, and he just like hops over the banister and just slides down the railing.
So
like,
maybe we're looking at the best team up we've ever seen. Maybe it's not what we're thinking. Maybe
This
Carl
is
and
true.
Jesus.
Well,
are
Jesus
gonna-
wasn't going there to take anybody out. Jesus was just gonna do a recon to
To
find
see
out where they
where it
were,
was
and he was
before
gonna come
It
Sasha.
back.
might turn into something else now.
Well, see, now Jesus is gonna get caught and maybe dead because of Carl, because he's gonna try and get
or
Carl.
he'll talk Carl out of it.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He's gonna try and
Or they'll just kick ass for the Lord right there.
Well, I think he's gonna try and talk Carl out of it. And then
hope
that's what's going to
so.
end up getting them caught, is like him sticking with them.
Well, in the comic books, and this may be a spoiler, maybe, so warning everybody. In the comic books, the ghosts attack Jesus.
Well,
So I'm wondering if they're going to be bringing
well,
in
next episode is the
early.
ghosts for sure.
Oh, it like for sure,
they're
for sure.
For
They're
sure.
coming.
If you look at
Is that what Tara's running from?
yeah, if you look at the thumbnail for next week's episode
Yeah.
is a bunch of zombies that are just like covered in white. and you can you can just look at them and tell that the makeup is different. Like they are people.
I had no
idea. And in the
idea.
trailer for next week's episode, not the sneak peek, but the little trailer.
Yeah, I watched the trailer a couple times.
The trailer, you just see glimpses of those walkers walking, and they're the Whisperers, right? Is that what they're called? I think they are. Yeah. So and there was also a big news story earlier in the week that said, "Are the Whisperers going to show up earlier?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think it was going to be this early. Like, I was thinking, oh, maybe by the end of this season and then into next season, but...
Yeah, well, it looks like they're wrapping it all up. And if the Whispers are coming in this early, then the show is catching up to the comic extremely quick, and next season is going to surpass it. So that's kind of crazy, too.
Oh, yeah.
To think that
That's what I feel like they're doing too much in this. I mean, it started out like, they took a little time.
Mm-hmm.
There's too many groups of people that coincidentally are, like, coming in on each other. It's just a bit... I don't know. It's a bit
completely
but
agree. Yeah.
It depends. Like
they've already done this versus this. Maybe we do need.
Don't you want to see a map of this place and see just
Again,
how far away all these places are?
I just looked that up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you found a map
swear,
for it?
yeah, because I saw the sneak peek with Tara, and they find those two random people find her on the beach. I'm like, okay, they're on the beach. I'm gonna look up this map, and it shows, and everything is pretty close. So they're going on a 2-week run. And so they must have just kept going and for 2 weeks, and now they're on by the beach.
What happened to Tara in the last season?
She was in it, but they didn't use her a lot because she was pregnant. So they.
Right. What happened with her character that she's just going to be washed up on the beach? Like I don't remember. I can't remember.
She's still in Woodbury.
Yeah, she's still in Woodbury.
She was in the last one, very very brief.
Because with the wolf, and she was dating Denise, and the wolf had Denise, and that's when her and Eugene and Rosita come in. And the wolf takes, Denise out. That's basically the last time we see Tara, I think.
She's there.
To be
she's
honest,
Okay.
She's like the
okay, because I thought like she just like maybe disappeared or something, and now she's just washed up on the beach. But I was just like, I feel like.
Well, she's on a run with
I just couldn't remember.
I know that because I saw about a 1.5-minute clip, and it's her and Heath in the RV talking.
Okay.
So I'm assuming something they're on a run and she ends up... I think he's going to leave her by the clip. Have you guys seen the clip at all? I think I have some of it written down. I'm going like way ahead of... way ahead of my notes. But Heath basically says like, it's you or someone else. You choose you. So he is so scarred from that thing at the outpost, and he knows that nobody is for anybody anymore. So I think something's going to happen, and he's going to choose to book it and choose himself and not try and save Tara. And I think that's where now she's on the beach. Yeah.
He doesn't seem like that kind of guy, but
I didn't
possible
think at
with
first,
this show.
But I think he's just scarred from having to kill his first non-dead, first person. With Glenn, and I think that changed him. But, I guess back to my notes. Do you guys think, back to, the hilltop and Jesus and everything, do you guys think the saviors are aware of Jesus? Like, know who he is and that he's there?
No, I don't think so. I think that Jesus... He plays it so like under the radar. Yeah. So I don't think that they do know.
He doesn't use his ninja skills unless not in front of everyone.
Yeah, he's just really stealthy. I think that when they show up, he just blends in with the crowd.
As soon as you see him, you're out cold.
Because they didn't make him kneel.
Well, and not just that, but if they did know of Jesus, he would not be. They would kill him, like they killed Abraham. Abraham was an asset
kill the strong
to.
characters.
Yeah.
That's why they let Gregory run this place, is because he's.
Gregory should have known right then that he should have snitched out. That's what's coming. Snitch Jesus out.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't think. See, in Talking Dead, Kevin
Smith has a theory.
Yeah, he had a theory that Jesus might be Gregory's son.
Well, related. Which I think not son, because he calls him Jesus, which is like a nickname, and then he calls him Gregory. Right. I think an uncle, like Jesus's mom's brother or something, and that's where they get the same eyes, because they have the same.
I think
exact
Gregory's
eyes.
just so scared. He knows he can't survive without Jesus' help. Like Jesus is his muscle. Yeah. Gregory knows.
Speaking of Gregory, though, that's like one of the other things I had a problem with was that Gregory. The last time that we saw Gregory, he wasn't so cartoony. Like he was just kind of a douche, but he wasn't like super cartoony, and I felt like I felt like in this episode
when he was being under pressure though from Trevor,
we'll
call him.
I just felt like he was just overselling his
you would in that situation. I think
I
you would
completely
try and
agree.
become the brown
The
nosing
people pleaser,
He
brown
was
nosing.
still putting on a show.
even without. Did you call him Trevor?
Trevor.
even without the interaction with Simon, just like the way that he talked to Maggie and Sasha and the forgetting the name, which it was a callback to him forgetting her name the last time that they'd seen each other.
And he
But
literally doesn't. He's not doing that on purpose. He doesn't know their name.
Yeah, he
Right.
just
Makes
doesn't
him
care
even
about
more
anyone
of a-
else.
no,
but
he just
himself.
exactly. He doesn't care about anybody but himself. But I just felt like in the episode it was just like a little bit of overacting and a little bit just like overselling the whole thing. But I think it could be different director on this episode versus the last episode
He
he
was
was
my
in.
favorite one,
But
if I'm being honest.
Of the episode?
Gregory.
yeah.
Not Simon. You talking about Simon?
Oh, I was talking about Gregory. Simon was great.
Gregory, I'm talking about too. I had really liked him.
I did
thought
too.
he was-
I liked the character that he's playing. Like I liked his
liked
acting skills.
how he
and
was trying to
everything.
talk himself out of the
Yeah,
situation.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a really good actor.
He did whatever it
He does a
literally
lot of
took
TV
to
stuff.
get
Oh, for
himself
sure.
out of that.
For sure. So do you guys think that Jesus purposely put his scotch in that closet, knowing that
Oh,
he
yeah.
would
Totally.
try and sell out
That was
the...
totally.
You think so?
Oh yeah, switcheroo, big time. He knew it. He
I
knew he would
can't-
give him
I
up.
didn't really think about it, but it
He
would
knew.
make sense.
He
to me.
knew that
Oh.
Gregory would give him up. That's why he was just like, "Don't do it."
He did have that look.
No,
at
he
first,
totally knew.
At first, I thought it was the look like, you're really gonna do this? Like, no, like seriously. But it
Yeah.
was like a,
He's
I
smart
know
on
what
that.
you're
He's a
about to
ninja.
do.
He's a
like-
ninja for sure.
And Negan's a Scotch guy. I guess Simon is a gin.
Yeah,
Gin
I
guy.
like that. I like that a lot. I really like Simon's character a lot because I like that he has like the charisma and stuff of Negan, but it's like he does it differently, just
Right.
different enough.
That's what makes it so clever, I think.
Right.
That you do only have one big bad guy, but then you've got all these other little bad guys. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All these alpha males. I think they talked about it in Talking Dead. Like, you got all these alpha males, but you have like the alpha male at
Right.
the top. But I think Gregory losing the scotch was probably the best thing.
Oh yeah.
Like the best like punch
He
to it.
deserved it.
Besides Maggie's punch,
Yeah.
of course. Which what did you guys think of that little bit?
Would you punch him?
Yeah.
Trying to
Because she was
remember.
like, my name's, you're going to call me by
Oh,
my
right.
name. Not Marsha,
Yeah.
not dear, not
Yeah.
honey.
It's
Maggie.
Maggie, bitch.
Maggie Ree, even.
Yeah.
Like, when she said that, I'm like, oh, like, I was yelling at the TV in a very
Yeah.
good way.
That was when I was
It was
coming to the
awesome.
realization that she goes to the hilltop.
right, yeah.
So
taking over the
she's
place,
taking
clearly.
over the hilltop.
And
So,
they hinted at it.
Do you
a couple
guys think
times.
that she should take over
Oh, for sure.
the hilltop?
I totally think that it's an idea for her to take over the
the
hilltop
place is
because you just
poorly
have
run?
yeah, it's
Mm-hmm.
poorly run. These people, in order for them to survive, they're going to need to be stronger,
Yeah.
and she's going to make a
And
great
she's
leader.
a proven leader.
Oh,
Yeah, for sure.
And she doesn't even know her own skills. That's the thing that gets me. Because even when they came to Alexandria, and Rick knows her skills and her potential, and he's like, "You're gonna be with
Right.
Deanna," and she's just like, "Why?" And she still doesn't realize what she has to offer, which is just crazy to me. But
I think she's starting to realize it. I think that
I don't think
she's
she is, because even when Jesus was like talking about a new leader, and she's like, "Who?" He's like, "We'll talk about it later."
Yeah,
I don't think she
knows what
realizes.
she's capable of, but she doesn't realize that she's leader
Yeah.
material for this place yet.
yeah. But I think it's great because now you have her leading or like in position to lead the hilltop, and then you have Morgan and Carol like are two strong characters too over in the kingdom. So like it's like Rick doesn't even understand right now that
doesn't
he
have a
has
clue.
his seeds
Yeah.
planted like in these other
Right. I
towns
didn't
to
think
bring
of it
everybody
like
together.
that. Yeah.
But if you think about it, we talked about it that we kind of talked about how this would happen. Like the rest of the group would build their own little, which they're a bit more solo than they should be at the moment. I
Right.
think they need to stick
Yeah,
together.
right now
but
everybody's doing their own.
They're
their
all
own thing.
doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, I think when it comes together after a few failures first.
Yeah, I think we're gonna see some failures. I think that we're gonna see some more deaths before the mid-season finale. Even I think we're gonna get at least in the mid-season finale. We're gonna get at least another major, not like major
Better not be
character,
any
but
But like
Dumpsters.
side.
yeah, but yeah, exactly.
No
Better not be any
No
dumpsters.
lucky dumpsters.
Yeah.
So we talked about Kevin Smith's theory and everything. How do you think, and back to Gregory and the leadership change, how do you think Gregory is going to handle it? And do you think that they will still use Gregory as like a front man And
Like, as far as Maggie and them are concerned? Like, are they going to use him as front
He's
man?
not reliable.
is he going to be
He's-
the front man?
no,
and Maggie's
no way.
really
Yeah.
going to
Unless they
I
do
don't
something
be like
so.
behind the scenes?
No, I think Gregory's going to die in a very convenient
You've
way
got
for
a good
them.
point though, because she can't very well present herself as a front man right now. Because
Yeah,
Right.
because
she's
they
in
still
hiding,
think.
but she doesn't know she's in hiding.
Right.
She doesn't know that they think she's dead yet. See,
Well,
Right.
so I mean, this could end very
Right.
badly.
No, yeah, but she doesn't know that they think she's dead, but at the
Right.
same
Yeah, but
time...
when they present
Is-
the new leader of the place, and then it's her face to face with him, she
Right.
knows what she's dealing with. But as far as Negan, but she doesn't know that.
Yeah,
Negan
I think that
Yeah,
Jesus
right.
might end up being that front man. I think that Gregory's going to end up dying in a, like, super convenient, like, just
I
going to
hope
get bit
so.
by a
I
walker at
think
some
he's
point.
gonna die too because he's just not.
Well, he's an extremely weak
reliable
character.
enough,
And he'll probably hang around for a little bit longer than anybody wants because that's what they always do. They let you
He's-
have to deal with this
he's-
character you want
Yeah.
to see die.
He's zombie bait.
well,
Yeah.
he's worse than Spencer, I think. Gregory is, to me. But I don't think he's going to die in a convenient way. I think he's going to, like we talked about Spencer last time, he's going to do something bad and mess up everything for everybody else and
Yeah.
die that way.
Yeah, probably, and
You
and
know.
Spencer's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna do something stupid and mess it up for everybody
Yeah.
else. I don't want to see that being the downfall for both of these sides. I'd rather.
They can turn it around like that. You know, Spencer could very well go off with Rick and learn a few things. Oh, you're not so bad, and then become
He's
like
always gonna be
kick
bad.
ass.
I don't know. I think I just think
There's
he's
no
gonna.
hope.
There's a
no
couple
hope.
of them, him and Gregory, the two. There's no saving them, I don't believe,
Right.
for them. But
So you had said something that made me think of, do you think, how do I want to say it? Do you think the Saviors were going to Hilltop to find Maggie? Like, do you think
No, I
that
don't
was
think
their
so.
whole reason
I
to
think
go
that
there?
their outpost got taken out.
I think that they're
and-
just that close to the other place that why not stop off and.
Well, I think their outpost got taken out, and they had to.
Well,
They had to
was
show up
directly
'cause-
connected to that.
It was directly
them.
connected to Hilltop
Yeah.
because that's who
That's
Gregory
right.
dealt
That's
with
what
was
really
that
brought it.
outpost.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they showed up there and they threw the car in with all the walkers just so they could come in and clean them all up.
Carl
But then
sure
their people
seemed to
cleaned them
know
up
that
for
they were
them.
going to be there, didn't he? Carl seemed like he wasn't surprised that the group was there. He did say, "Oh, Negan's not here because I don't see his truck or whatever."
Right.
But he wasn't surprised to see him there,
Yeah.
which was a bit strange. Did he know they were going there? I mean,
I
was
don't-
he
that
actually
was-
following them there? I mean, there's no way he followed them.
Right. I don't think. I think it was just convenient. I don't think that he.
It's all in the writing.
Yeah, I don't think that he knew they were
It's
going to be
what
there by any
boils down
means.
to.
I think that he just went there because he
I'll
was trying
give
to
you a
get some.
sloppy writing on this one,
Yeah.
or maybe directing.
Well,
You're
he
right.
was he's a horny teenager, so he was just going there, following that through, and then the teen anger in him took him on a different path when he finally got there.
I don't know. It's a bit loosey goosey, isn't it? The whole thing.
It is. That's just the motivations of them getting there and all that just bugged me the most. But I mean, overall, I enjoyed the episode. I nitpick at some of the acting and all that stuff, but I overall I enjoyed the episode. But as far as what we've gotten so far this season, I feel like it was the weakest episode. But I really like everything we've had so far has just been really in-depth character development for so many different characters, and I felt like with this we got a little bit of that with Maggie and Sasha, but we didn't get.
They should have spent more time with some of the new stuff rather than
Rather than the old.
Well,
that
I
what
was
you
okay
think?
with focusing. I wish that this episode. I don't know. I feel like if they would have just hung out at the hilltop this time, and we would have maybe
found
gotten
out
some more
more.
into Maggie and everything that they're thinking and what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like even with I guess there wasn't anything new to really bring to the table because we've been there before, so they weren't going to sit there and hang out that long.
true.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, even though we've been there before, the whole time I was questioning, like, don't they have more people than this?
I
Like, that was my
couldn't
biggest.
remember much of it.
That was my
either.
biggest thing.
That's why I said the place is out of all the different groups and people and locations and
Yeah.
badass bosses that run the shows there. That place is like,
I think they were only there in
I'd
one
hate to live
episode,
there.
though.
yeah, true.
At the
but it's
hilltop?
not.
Yeah, it was like maybe two.
It's not
Because
very
When somebody
trendy, is
tried
it?
to kill Gregory, which what's going to happen with that? They wanted Gregory dead, and now that they know he's not dead, do the Saviors not know
He's a
that he was
perfect-
supposed to die? Because remember, they went to. That's why that one guy killed him, or tried to kill him, like stabbed him, and then Rick
He did get
stabbed him in the neck,
Yeah.
you know, and everything, and then they did the whole thing at the outpost with the head. Where is that going? Like, where is that story? You know what I mean?
They're setting it up, or that was literally
like,
just to connect the outpost to this episode, and that's why they went back there. I don't.
Yeah, like.
I mean, he did
trying to remember
mention
that scene.
after Maggie said she was recovering. He said, "Well, I was recovering too." He did say.
Yeah,
something about
because
that.
they wanted Gregory dead.
The
And-
people wanted
But he's a
Gregory
perfect
dead.
puppet for them. I mean, he thinks he did some good and made some groundwork with them, but really they just realize he's just he's the best
Yeah.
puppet we got.
Right.
They can take whatever they want from him.
Oh, for sure.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Well, we are rounding towards the end of the episode. Are there any major things you wanted to?
Like, still on considering Walking Dead, or stuff that I want to plug?
No. On your notes here, is there any
Well,
last
I'm
major
looking.
things?
Well, because we've been kind of
All over the place.
jumping around, which is okay. That's all right. Talked about the Tara thing. We talked about the Maggie thing. I guess not really. Do you? I mean,
No,
you guys.
I think we covered things pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't think we left anything out. I think we talked enough about the what we think's going to happen going on here.
I'm excited for the next episode for sure. Especially now that you say those whispers are going to be in it.
I'm pretty sure
anxious
that's
to see
like
that.
they haven't
They were in the trailer.
said it, but I felt like in the trailer that's what you saw. So
I didn't see that. I don't know how I didn't see that.
yeah, it's a small little flash, but it's just like you can just tell they're not the regular like walkers.
Yeah.
They're different. All right, so yeah. Anything you guys want to plug?
No, I'm good.
You got plenty of stuff to
Yeah, I
plug.
was gonna say,
Get up on
yeah.
there.
We have
I did it last week. HMMFilms.com. You can see it all there. We got movies for sale and
Yeah, when's Blood Moon
stuff
River
and
coming
things.
out?
Blood Moon River. I'm still editing it. About halfway through, I guess. So we're hoping for the first of the year, right? First
Nice.
of January is
That's
the plan.
exciting.
Nice,
Hopefully.
cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Thank
That's
you.
exciting.
Becca.
Like always, you can check me on Instagram, geeky.larpchick89.
All right, and you can follow Rad Entertainment at Rad Entertain on Instagram and Facebook, as well as myself at Tony Walters _, and catch us here every Monday at 7 o'clock for more Spoiling Dead.
Whoop whoop.
We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.